While the Xbox One X is obviously a beast of a machine, there is a small complaint when it comes to the download size of the assets and things like that, which, to be honest with you, the assets are the whole reason to get the console to begin with. So complaining about it really seems like a bit of a catch-22, honestly, because I don't have a problem with it and I don't have the best internet in the world. But Microsoft is working on multiple fixes, and this is some interesting stuff. What's up, everybody? Crapgamer here with Crapgamer Reviews. Back with another video. In a recent interview, Albert Pinello was talking about just that, and this is what he had to say. Or actually, in the interview, this is what was asked to him. Some of the patches are just enormous to download, the 4K or HDR enhancements. With the Xbox One X only having a 1TB hard drive rather than the 2TB seen in some of the models of the S, was there any concern internally that this might not be enough for those huge patches? And he says, that's a great point. We're generally seeing that the 4K patches are bigger, but they're obviously not double or 4 times bigger. They're on average probably a third larger than the 1080p assets. We're doing a lot of what we call intelligent delivery to help that on both consoles. We enabled a new set of tools for developers to allow them to segment the assets by console, and also things that take up a lot of space like language packs and stuff like that, which typically go down as one big download. We're making a lot of effort to developers to make downloads better. I also have to remind myself and people in the industry that we have abnormally large content libraries relative to the average customer because of what we do. We definitely run into edge cases that the typically customer won't run into. The last thing is that I do encourage the external hard drive as something we've supported from the get-go. We found that when we had internal hard drive swappability like on the 360, that people don't really like to crack open their consoles. Having external hard drive support, and those are very affordable these days. Of course, like with Black Friday and things like that, you can get them for super cheap under, if you can get like a 3, 4, 5 terabyte for $115 or something. So it's really a great way to get a bunch of storage. And he says, I think we have a lot of options for people. Obviously, we're trying to solve it with the developers. We're trying to solve it for users, and we're trying to make it easy for people who do have huge libraries to expand their storage without having to get a new system or crack open anything like that. So that's very, very, very important. It says right now you can search your library to see which games have the Xbox One X enhancements. Is there going to be a way to search the store to see which games has those enhancements? So they're also, you're going to be able to see the store, which I think they already implemented that as well. But another thing that they were working on as well was having some of the assets and stuff in the cloud, to make it easier for you to download, and just kind of that way you don't have to download everything. Personally, it hasn't been too much of an issue. I always just set my Xbox One X to download updates automatically, and a lot of times it's scheduled for like overnight or whatever, so it's not really a big deal at all. And for me, without the 4K assets, there's no point in having an Xbox One X, but the fact that they do have one, hey, that makes it all the better. That's what it's all about for me personally. Like, the resolution stuff doesn't really matter as much to me as, say, the 4K assets, the textures, and all that kind of stuff. There's a huge difference between the games, especially if you play something like Shadow of War without the texture packs and assets and stuff, and then you play it with it. It's like a next generation leap in games, and I can't stress that enough. It's absolutely like next generation stuff. So I will link this in the description so you guys can check it out. I'd also love to hear what you guys think. If you have an X, are you guys happy with the assets, with the downloads and stuff like that, or does it bug you? Let me know. Sound off, rate, comment, subscribe. As always, thanks for watching. Have a great day. Rack 'em up. Crapgamer out.